Care to have a real fight? Let's see what you got up close and personal. Oder willst du weglaufen, ihr kleiner Junge?
Hello everybody, welcome back to Ghostly French Toast, and today we're doing a Titanfall lore video. And this lore video is on... We first meet Richter in the 5th level of the Titanfall 2 campaign. He's basically the main antagonist of the level. And we first hear him over at comms between the head of the Apex Predators, Cuban Blisk, and him talking about how Jack and BT are basically making their way to the radar desk to send a message to the militia, basically telling them about what's going to happen to Harmony with the full weapon and all that. And that's how Cuban Blisk is telling Richter to go stop it and make sure it doesn't happen. We see him basically collecting his trophy after BT and Lastimosa basically get attacked by all the Apex Predators. And they basically try to, BT and Lastimosa try to save Jack from getting killed, because Jack's basically going to be the heir to BT once Lastimosa basically retires or dies. And we see Richter collecting his trophies, which I'm not sure what to think about, because it's either like he's trying to prove to someone that he's worthy, or he's just doing it for sport. Like he's like kind of like a sociopath, psychopath kind of deal. And this helps us to show that the Apex Predators are very dysfunctional, because we see that basically Richter is basically a sociopath. We know Ash is like a psychopath, doesn't really care about life and all that. And we know that Kane is basically a junkie, which I'm going to do in my next Apex lore video, Apex Predator lore video. So, more you know. So next, after they get the part and bring it back to basically the satellite dish, BT, they get the satellite back up and running, and Jack falls off the satellite, basically sending him to peril. But BT catches him right at the last moment before he was about to miss basically catching him. So BT and Jack basically fight their way through some Reapers, some IMC grunts, but they're no match for him. And at the end, basically right when they're about to get back to base, the man, the myth, the legend, Richter appears. But first he sends down some Titans and then some Reapers to basically try to take out Jack. But he says in basically German that he's basically, let's warm him up. So they don't, Richter doesn't expect them to kill him. They just want BT and Jack to be warmed up and ready to fight. So after he sends down the Reapers and Titans, the man, the myth, the legend, Richter appears.
Care to have a real fight? Let's see what you got up close and personal. Oder willst du weglaufen, ihr kleiner Junge?
We see that Richter basically pilots a very heavily modified Tone Titan. Some things that he's modified is basically the time of the salvo core. He can fire a lot more missiles, and basically the HP of his Tone Shield basically has a little bit less HP, but he can dash more often, and he doesn't really need to basically, he doesn't need to shoot 3 shots to basically lock on, to basically to shoot his salvo missiles at you. Something that I feel like is very interesting that no other Apex Predator boss battle has in the game is that he can self-destruct. If you just let him be for like a little bit, like after you get him into doom state, he'll basically say in German something very bombshell that this fight isn't over, he'll continue to fight in hell. This basically shows how dedicated Richter is to basically winning and all that. So that's something I feel like is very interesting in this character, and that's like one of the main reasons, because I was doing a replay of Titanfall 2 campaign, and that was one of the main reasons I wanted to do this, because I just think it's interesting. And yeah, that's it for this time. Hope you enjoyed, and we only have 2 more Apex Predators to cover. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. See you next time on Ghostly French Toast. Bye.